1984 near the township of Euroa, Australia. The first detailed account of its existence appeared in the Brisbane Courier on February 25, 1890, and was later reported in the Melbourne Argus on February 28th and March 1st of the same year. The story begins in Mailanempi, a swampy area about 14 miles from Euroa, where locals reported strange occurrences. For over 6 years, it was believed that an unusual creature had been haunting the swamp. Stories circulated of dogs entering but never returning, and strange sounds coming from the thick reeds. On one occasion, two young men entered the swamp to cut reeds and were stunned by smashing and snorting sounds. One of them returned the next day to collect his reeds and saw what he described as a large head resembling that of a bulldog, peeking through the reeds. He estimated the creature's length at 30 feet. The local community, stirred by this report, sent a group of hunters and residents to investigate. After searching the swamp for over an hour, they heard a rustling sound and saw what they believed to be an enormous tail disappearing into a fallen tree. A shot was fired at the creature, but its impact was unknown. Later, attempts to capture the beast resulted in finding only a small black snake. Witnesses described the creature as yellow beneath and dark brown on top, with a body about as thick as a top hat. It was speculated that it might be an amphibious animal, possibly a creature from Queensland. Some investigators have even proposed that the creature could have been an ancient amphibian called Pedipes finii, a crocodile-like animal from the early Carboniferous period. In response to the growing panic in Euroa, officials from the Melbourne Zoological Gardens sent a representative to investigate. Armed with a large net, this person gathered a party of 40 men to track down the creature. They hunted through the day and night, but only found enormous tracks, which disappeared before they could capture the creature. This was the last known encounter with the Euroa beast, but the story has been occasionally linked to another cryptid from New Zealand, the Masterton monster. The giant jellyfish, also known as Nomura's jellyfish, is a mysterious and awe-inspiring creature reported to have been sighted occasionally over the years. The jellyfish is believed to inhabit deep-sea regions across the world's oceans. In 1953, Australian diver Christopher Lowe reported encountering an enormous brown mass that engulfed a shark and caused the water temperature to drop drastically. Oh God, that hurt! Describing it as a large, flat, pulsating, ragged-edged mass of about an acre in size, Lowe watched as the creature slowly consumed the shark. This encounter was documented in Great World Mysteries, 1967, but remains controversial, with some regarding it as the inspiration for the Black Carpet 4chan legend. Divers Richard Weiner and Pat Boatwright reported seeing a jellyfish that was 100 feet in diameter southwest of Bermuda. It was deep purple with a pink rim and swam towards them before retreating. The ship Miranda collided with a giant jellyfish, resulting in the death of a sailor due to its sting. The jellyfish left behind slime, which was later identified as that of a lion's mane jellyfish, though it was much larger than typical members of this species. Giant jellyfish-like creatures have been reported in Chile, 1968, Thailand, 2005, and Japan. One Japanese report involved a jellyfish the size of a car that allegedly consumed a family. The survivor was jailed for murder, but later passed a polygraph test, leading some to speculate the creature could be a new, unknown species. The giant jellyfish sightings may be explained by a variety of theories. Some suggest that jellyfish are growing larger due to global warming, with species becoming more massive. The largest lion's mane jellyfish ever recorded had a diameter of 7.5 feet and tentacles over 160 feet long, longer than a blue whale. These giant jellyfish are typically long rather than wide. so some sightings could be of unusually large lion's mane jellyfish. Another possibility is that the creatures seen are new species with unique genetic structures that allow them to grow to massive sizes. Descriptions of the flat, gelatinous blob-like creatures resemble the deep Staria enigmatica species, while the creature seen by Loeb has similarities to Stichomedusa gigantea, but it appears flatter and larger than typical specimens.
That is kicking things into a whole new gear.
The beast of Avoca Beach is a humanoid creature first sighted in 2015 near Avoca Beach, New South Wales, Australia. This cryptid is said to resemble a dark, animal-like figure that moves on all fours, occasionally standing in a bipedal posture. Its most distinctive feature is its skull-like head, which could be a face or possibly a primal mask. The creature is mostly seen in forested areas and is believed to lurk in secluded spots where it is rarely spotted out in the open. It's known to exhibit strange behaviors, such as targeting excellent humans, and is rumored to cycle on the Caucasian species, though this claim is unclear and widely debated. The first widely known sighting occurred in 2015, when a resident near a local forest reported the following experience. I lived near a forest in the Avoca area, when I went down to the forest after dark to pee. As I lived in a secluded part of the house, there was a sudden loud crack, as if something heavy had stepped on a fallen branch. When I looked up to see what it was, something began to rush at me. It sounded too big and violent to be a wallaby, and we had never seen any kangaroos in the area. It just felt like some evil force was charging right at me, like something in a movie. Additional sightings were shared within local friend groups, though many were hesitant to report them out of fear of ridicule. The creature is mainly reported in wooded areas, and some believe it avoids more populated places for fear of being seen. Though sightings of the beast of Avoca Beach are relatively recent, there are a few strange stories surrounding the creature. A family in the Avoca area reported a mysterious incident involving their pet rabbits. After safely securing them in their hutch the previous night, there were no visible signs of injury, and the family believed the rabbits had died.
Alright, let's see what we're doing here.
In another unsettling account, a teenager lying in bed at night was awakened by the sound of tapping on their window. When they looked up, they saw a hand with unnaturally long clawed fingers.
And we are locked and loaded for this tag team matchup. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and King Baka. And across from them, they will be squaring off with Karrion Kross, Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, and Roddy Piper.
We have to be expecting a frenetic pace in this matchup. These teams stop for nothing. They are all go from bell to bell.
He could be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover.
Oh, you bitch.
Kross fires back.
Every counter being answered with another. What a hit.
And Kross is brought to a disadvantage now.
I assure you, Karrion Kross was not another big move.
Brought down with a DDT.
Will that stop Kross?
Transitions to the cover.
But is it enough?
But meanwhile, Zayn.
The 18th century. A group of school children, aged 10-14,
It's alright.
claim to have seen 8 Junjudis on their school.
Kick to the gut. Sent to the ropes. Looking for the pin, but was that enough?
And that'll finally do it. What a victory.
Here we go.
Here are your winners. The team of Jacob Fatu.
There is a tribe in the Northern Territory whose name is kept private to protect their location that believes Junjudis act as protectors. These nocturnal creatures are thought to ward off malevolent spirits, including the bush curlews, which were said to steal babies. After moving their camp closer to a known Junjude dwelling, the tribe reported that no more babies were lost. This deep sense of respect for the Junjude ensures their location remains secret. The name Junjude translates to devil devil in Aboriginal terminology, where repeating a word emphasizes its intensity or significance. Although the Junjude is small, it's
Also,
described as the
guys,
devil,
make sure you
and
go
other
check
devils.
out MFG, my Paxton guys channel. Great fun, great crew there.
This is about seeing who the better superstar is. And if we're really being honest, this is about inflicting as much pain as we
Shout out
possibly
to
can.
TH Gaming as well, and also 2K Pun. Guys, go check out their channels. What a great fun, what a great content, and all great guys.
That's how you take the competition out of the equation. And this might be just the right time to climb the ladder of success.
Slides under the ropes. Back into the ring. That turns it around for Montez.
Oh my, a jumping DDT.
Absolutely planted.
Timing is everything in a ladder match, gentlemen. When to climb the ladder, when to prevent someone else from doing the same thing.
Yeah, time can make the difference between winning it all and having it all snatched from you when your fingertips away from victory.
Taking steps toward the top rope.
Up high. Coming down on their opponent like a sack of bricks.
He's trying again.
Caught with a DDT. And now that can give him enough time to get up to the prize.
Ladder set right in the middle of the ring. Starts to climb, but needs to move quickly.
Gonna try and unhook it now.
Victory is literally within reach.
Seems to be struggling a bit up there.
Yeah, sweaty palms making this difficult.
Look at this. He's so close to victory. He can touch it.
Have to finish the job now. You have to get it totally on. Grabs it. And the ladder match is over.
Here's your winner.
The head and neck were greenish white with white spots and a white band around a dark eye. The carapace was dome-shaped.
Alright, hang on, let's turn this music off, guys, because it is...
Its long tail was silver, turning white with thumb-sized
absolutely shit me.
particularly light roof tiles and a chocolate brown fin. Lovell didn't see the creature's feet, but was told they resembled an alligator's. Despite Lovell's detailed account, her observations were met with ridicule. Buckland, editor of Land and Water, dismissed the moha moha as a keratoceles, a type of turtle from the Fly River, though this species only grows to 30 inches, not 30 feet. He also mocked Lovell, suggesting she was mistaken about the creature's nature. When Lovell sent a signed confirmation of her account to Seville Kent, his response was sarcastic, joking that the creature could become a new type of turtle soup, mocking the creature's potential. The most scathing criticism came from Heivelmans, who dismissed Lovell's story completely. He accused her of being a liar, claiming that no animal has scales like those described, and even suggested that her account was influenced by a mix of incomplete knowledge of paleontology and Indian mythology. He further ridiculed her account by suggesting she was a delusional woman with an unclear understanding of what she had witnessed. So what did Lovell actually see? One theory suggests that she may have encountered with debris like broken floats and seaweed, giving the appearance of a long tail. Her unfamiliarity with such a sight, combined with the passage of time and possible memory distortions, might have led to the misinterpretation. The local tales of moha moha attacks could also be referencing other animals, like seals, rather than the mythical creature Lovell described.
I think
The
I've
Megalania
done them
was a
all.
massive monitor lizard that roamed Australia during the Pleistocene era, approximately
Yeah.
2.5 million to 11,700 years ago.
Only two I haven't done because I
Measuring up
can't.
to 35 feet in length
But,
and weighing as much as 8,300 pounds, it
we
holds the
will
title
see.
of the largest terrestrial lizard ever known. As a member of the proposed clade Toxicophora, Megalania likely had toxin-secreting oral glands. Fossil evidence indicates it lived as recently as 23,000 years ago, meaning early Aboriginal settlers may have encountered this giant predator. Aboriginal cave art depicts enormous reptilian creatures, some towering over humans. Stories passed down describe these reptiles as beings of destruction, with some paintings believed to be less than 10,000 years old. These depictions suggest that Megalania may have inspired tales of fearsome creatures in Aboriginal lore. One striking story recounted by author Peter Hancock tells of a Megalania that wandered into the ocean and fought a great white shark,
Chuck that on
eventually dragging
Braun.
it to shore. Hancock notes the freshness of such legends among indigenous communities, despite Megalania supposedly going extinct thousands of years ago.
So it looks like we're going underground.
Cryptozoologist Rex Gilroy believes that Megalania may not be extinct. He highlights accounts like the 1890 reports from Euroa.
Here's the bell, and we're live from the underground. Something both competitors must accept is that they will experience horrible pain tonight.
Everyone who competes here is trained in different styles of fighting. You never know what discipline you'll have to go up against.
Fellow superstars holding court around the ring, and with no rules, it'll be best to expect the unexpected, gentlemen.
Just bludgeoning their opponent.
That was a vicious display. You can almost see the disdain in their eyes.
Brutality. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence came from a 1970s...
Jacob Fatu sending a clear message here.
Not sure if he should waste all his time hot-dogging around.
Gilroy created plaster casts of the track.
Oh, well scouted by Wild.
Similar findings in 2008.
Kick to the body, into the bone red.
5 miles from Maria.
Saw it coming and avoided it.
Most experts remain
Good grief! That's a chop that'll wake you up.
Countering that offense.
Victoria.
Corey, who has a bigger advantage in a match like this? A striker?
From the top. Good Lord, taking flight. Adrenaline can make you do crazy things. Exhibit A.
Uh-oh, we know what's next.
Lights out. DDT connects.
This is troublesome for Wild.
He's waiting for him to rise to deliver something devastating. Here we go again.
And that was not getting up from that one, so it's called.
Here is your winner.
They actually involve large Komodo dragons. These modern-day predators can grow up to 11 feet long, weigh 370 pounds, and possess venomous saliva. Komodo dragons have been known to attack humans, making them formidable predators in their own right. Reports of a 20-foot Komodo dragon may stem from Indonesia, a country with over 17,000 islands, many uninhabited. The Komodo dragon itself was unknown to Western science until 1910, when Lieutenant Van Hensbroek encountered one while investigating local accounts of a giant lizard. Retired biologist Trooper Walsh from the Smithsonian National Zoo.
Time to test how well these superstars work together. It's a good old tag team match. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker. And in the other corner, they will be dealing with Cruz del Toro, Angel, and Omas.
And trust is key to victory in a match like this. If you don't have a tag partner you can rely on, you might as well pack it in now.
The idea of a giant
Taking hold of Del Toro here.
DDT. That could be Del Toro's demise.
2K. That is gonna feel good. Sweet, sweet victory. Here are your winners. The team of Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and
Hello, travelers, and welcome back to the Mythical Mug Tavern. In today's video, we are talking about the strange, wonderful, and often bizarre cryptids and aboriginal mythical creatures of Australia. So grab a seat and your favorite drink, and let's begin.
Actually,
The Mihirung Paring Mole is a giant, flightless bird reported in various parts of Australia, including Western Victoria, New South Wales, and Queensland. It is depicted in Aboriginal rock
also
paintings from Cape
MFG,
York
big
and
shout out,
carvings
thoughts
from
and prayers with you
Wurundjeri,
today, my
New
friend.
South Wales. Aboriginal legends describe giant birds that were still alive
Stay strong,
during
brother, stay
volcanic
strong.
eruptions in the Western District of Victoria, roughly around 3000, 2000 BC.
YouTube won't be the same without
There
ya
are two possible
for today,
explanations
that's
these
for sure.
stories. Genuineness
Definitely
and
looking
Tony.
forward to having you back on
Aboriginal
YouTube soon as you
memories may
come
be
back,
referring
brother.
to this extinct
Do what you gotta
species of
do.
Tremornithid bird, which lived during the late Pleistocene.
Only a message away
This
if you
bird,
need me.
related to ducks and geese, stood about 6 feet 7 inches tall and survived at least until 26,000 years ago. Fossil evidence, including complete skeletons near Lake Callabonna in South Australia, supports its existence.
The bell is tolled and this match is now official. This is a casket match. The only way to win is to get your opponent into that casket and slam the lid shut on him.
A grim task that is much easier said than done. It's going to take a ton of determination and brutal offense to wear your opponent down to the point where you can seal them inside that casket.
Do you have to make it sound so spooky? So much aggression, showing absolutely no mercy at all. What an onslaught.
Well, that'll do some serious damage. Great flurry of offense from Jacob.
Barrett's on the wrong side of most of these exchanges.
Jarring impact.
Honing in on the arm.
Ooh, and he manages to reverse.
And Barrett is finally able to mount some resistance with that.
But Wade has to push now while the window's open.
Oh, elbow right to the bread.
Jacob's planning something here.
DDT plants them.
If there was a time to try to get him in the casket, this would have to be it.
Just bludgeoning their opponent. And Wade is starting to falter here.
Yeah, impressive offense from Jacob Fatu.
Vicious, aggressive attacks. He's headed to the top now.
We're going to finish him off all the way to the outside.
That was just incredible hang time.
Was willing to take the high risk to the outside, and it paid off big time.
Is that all you broke that, seriously?
Gets put into the barricade. Off the barricade.
The Nadubi are malevolent nocturnal spirits.
Oh, great wherewithal there.
Jacob showing he's not out of it. Yeah, he had enough and fought back.
Traveling alone in the bush at night. These spirits
Look out.
Wade sidesteps.
Jacob Fatu cuts him off. Great flurry of offense from Jacob.
Yeah, Barrett's got to assert himself back in this one. He's quick to get out of the way there.
Super kick.
Ouch. Targeting the arm to great effect.
So much damage inflicted.
Just bludgeoning their opponent.
Only medicine men can see Nadubi.
Ooh, right to the arm. Oh, God, that hurt.
However, their vigilance sometimes falters.
Just breaking down the opponent. Now, that'll do some serious damage. Taking out the arm, great strategy.
Seems like he's trying to wear down the arm there.
Oh, he had the wherewithal to counter Jacob.
Dueling reversals.
Spinning sidewalk slam.
Oh, that sucks.
And there's a decisive bit of offense from Barrett.
Turns it around.
Answer after answer for each other's offense. Trading counters here.
He's about to do it. He's about to do it again.
Ooh, DDT delivered.
The end could be near. Stay focused and make your way to the casket.
And he re-enters into the ring. Going up to the top now. Looking to finish it off.
All the way up. Wasted no time flying out to the floor.
To create channels for swimming. The shallow channels around the lagoon are the result of the Korea's movements. Anyone who tried to fish, swim, or paddle
Headed out to ringside now. What does he have planned?
This aggressive behavior led to shortages of food.
He's looking for something. This could get dangerous.
Whoa, maybe slow down there a while, David. Do you really need a bat right now?
Incredible resolve on display. These competitors have been unwavering.
One punishing blow after another. How much more can they take?
Jacob setting himself up top. Bringing this back into the ring. Caught with a lariat.
Recognizing the danger, Tulala fled. The Korea chased him.
Here comes another one.
DDT. He's got him on the brink of defeat. Put him in the casket and shut the lid.
Frustrated, the Korea eventually gave up and returned to the lagoon.
Over the top and into the casket.
This is over. This is over.
Today, the Korea
Desperately trying to force the casket closed.
Their opponent showing massive resistance.
And finally, it's over.
Fade to black.
Here is your winner,
Canada, and Australia. Most commonly associated with the Pecos Bill stories, the hoop snake's origins predate these tales. Alleged sightings have occurred along the Minnesota-Wisconsin border in Wake County, North Carolina, Prince Edward Island, and Kamloops, British Columbia. The hoop snake is said to be capable of grasping its tail in its mouth, forming a circular shape like the Ouroboros from Greek mythology and rolling after its prey. In one version of the myth, the snake straightens at the last moment, skewering its target with its venomous tail. The only way to escape...
Here we go with quite the tag team matchup in store. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and King Baka. And we'll see if they're prepared for tag team action as they go head-to-head with Rikishi, Yokozuna, Umaga, and The Rock.
You know this is a tough match for superstars who don't play well with others. You really need to find a way to properly mix your skills with your partners.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation.
Punch connects.
What's Jacob Fatu's intentions here? Will Rikishi get back up?
Wasting no time. Into the cover. Finally got him. I can't believe this match is finally over. Here are your winners. The team of Jacob Fatu.
The hoop snake is a distorted account of sidewinders or mud snakes, which may occasionally form loose hoop shapes. Others speculate that the creature may be based on instances of snakes mistakenly attacking their own tails. Interestingly, the dwarf reed snake from Southeast Asia has been filmed performing a cartwheeling escape maneuver, a behavior superficially similar to the described actions of the hoop snake. The drop bear is a mythical creature from contemporary Australian folklore, often used to playfully scare tourists. A carnivorous version of the koala.
I hate it when it starts off with 3 because they're usually better matches. What have we got?
Unsuspecting people or other prey by dropping onto their heads from above. While koalas are herbivores and not bears, drop bears are said to be much larger, with a fearsome nature. The exact origin of the drop bear myth is unclear. Some trace it to a sketch from the Paul Hogan show in which koalas attack a man, while others believe it was created as a spooky story for children or to prank soldiers visiting Australia for training.
This matchup is so dangerous. Objects can come flying at you from out of nowhere, and the entire ring area becomes a mess.
What's scary is TLC, those things are all legal and considered occupational hazards. This match personifies total annihilation, and no one has any clue what's going to happen next.
Whether you're grabbing a title or briefcase or attempting a pin or submission, the stakes are just as high as the level of danger.
In a TLC match, there's really no way to avoid getting a taste of either a T, L, or C. So, in my humble opinion, the best thing you can do is make sure you get the opposition back for every shot they give you with.
It's all about mutually assured destruction in a match like this.
Face first into the chair.
Climbing to the top. What's he
Taking flight. Body splash.
We should probably go. There goes our notes and monitors.
This table is about to serve a very different purpose.
Oh, sits straight to the corner of the head.
Boom! Good defense from him. He's setting it up in the center of the ring.
Perfect for whatever he has planned next.
And Scott getting some pushback there. Headed up that ladder. Center of the ring.
Right to the kidneys from behind.
This is the chance. Could be the only one.
It's going to take some time, but flying.
Grabs it, and the ladder match is over.
Humorously referenced the Australian Museum's
Here are your winners. The team of Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker.
The Last Continent, where drop bears are portrayed as having padded backsides to cushion their falls. This blend of humor and folklore keeps the drop bear legend alive, both as a joke and a beloved piece of Australian culture. Yina Pa is a figure in Arunte mythology. She is a mountain devil spirit girl who marries an echidna spirit man called In Nad Dua. Thailand Malkia is an evil spirit in Australian Aboriginal mythology that captures victims with nets that entangle their feet. Thada Jimbo is a figure from the Ngarrindjeri people's mythology in Australia. He is described as a cannibal giant who was ultimately outsmarted and defeated by the family of a
I could
hunter
get
he had
really
killed.
screwed on that question mark though.
In the Australian Aboriginal
Let's
mythology
see.
of the Bulangi people, Yalungur is a great bird, an eagle or hawk. He was castrated either by Gidja or by Gidja's brother Mali, so that Gidja could create the first woman. Wernpa is a rain-making snake who, according to Western Desert Australian Aboriginal legend, created the land around the Percival Lakes in Wernpa country, Australia in the dreaming, and whose image was used to repel outsiders.
One of the most infamous stipulations in all of WWE, this is a casket match. To win, you must lay your opponent into the casket and successfully close the lid on him.
You have to lay your opponent to rest, so to speak. No one's getting in that casket quietly. This match is going to be hard fought, hard won, and full of brutal attacks.
No DQ in this match, so these superstars are free to do whatever it takes to force their opponent into that casket.
I think rage took over in that moment. Nothing but blind rage. Oh, that might have just broken something.
So much damage inflicted.
Great flurry of offense from Jacob.
Yeah, somehow Umaga has to turn the tide. Oh, that might have just broken something.
All life on Earth was shaped.
Boom!
These simple, undefined
Oh, no. Stop right to the gut.
Powerful creators who molded them
Oh, God, that hurt.
animals, birds,
Headbutt! Headbutt! Headbutt!
Just bludgeoning their opponent.
in a patois, reflecting their transformation from animals into human forms. These stories emphasize
What a
the
shot.
connection between all living things and the shared origins of
He's
life.
heading to the top turnbuckle.
We're going to finish it off. Look out below! From ring post to ring side, risking it all paid off.
Talk
about dismantling your opponent.
I don't know if Umaga can withstand much more of this.
Yeah, impressive offense from Jacob Fatu.
No one wants to be inside of a casket before their time, but sometimes that's the way it is in this match.
It's bound to happen soon, but you can't let that scare you. Don't fear the actual casket. You don't have any reason to panic unless you find yourself in it.
Just breaking down the opponent.
Over and over. So much aggression.
Jarring impact. Headbutt, 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 headbutt. Oh, man. Great flurry of offense from Jacob.
Umaga has to find an opening and respond.
Sky high. Senton from the apron. Oh, my God.
Over and over. So much aggression.
We've already seen a few blows land above the neck.
Afterward, he consumes their flesh.
And he comes in under the ropes now.
Roam the jungle endlessly, unable to find peace. In Australian Aboriginal mythology,
He's reaching under the ring for anything useful.
Oh, no. Don't use a sledgehammer. Think of the children.
Momentum is running away from Umaga.
Yeah, impressive offense from Jacob Fatu.
Oh, man. Thrown with such force. The whole ring is rattling.
He was attacked by mystical creatures, and water spilled from him.
Doesn't want to be on the top rope like this. And he counters.
Umaga looking to get back in this.
Yeah, but Umaga needs to maintain that offense now.
Many places in the region, including Akarula Village,
Nice cross body.
rock, unnamed after this legendary being.
Ouch.
Catches the leg.
Countering each other again and again.
Never saw it coming.
Great flurry of offense from Jacob.
Umaga has to find an opening and respond.
Umaga at a disadvantage.
DDT. They are primed for the casket now.
But after that move, do you have the energy to get them in?
Shamans are believed to approach him safely. Akura is deeply tied to water and rain. In one story, during droughts, shamans would visit Akura.
Jacob Fatu feeding off the crowd, feeding off their energy.
JWEC dub as a kendo stick is introduced to the proceedings.
Malinji is a malevolent
Sends their opponent into the casket.
Now this one may be over.
its nocturnal habits.
Doing their best to try and close the casket.
Just delaying the inevitable.
Figure of fear.
I can't believe they
We're gonna
actually
have
made
to
it out
rule
of the
them a bit
casket.
more.
These are characterized by their stone knees that knock together.
You do it.
Distinct scraping sound.
Coming back from the outside now.
Oh man, a kendo shot to the head. That can't feel good.
Umaga is in a distressing spot.
Jacob Fatu is determined right now.
And you can tell there are true intentions in mind right now.
Serving as a warning to remain cautious in their territory.
Sent right into the corner. Shoulder right to the midsection.
The Bunyip is a mysterious creature from southeastern Australia.
Something's in store for him.
Often said
Drives his opponent down with a Uranagi.
descriptions of the Bunyip.
Looking to finish it off.
Some
Swanton bomb.
starfish-like creature
Is able to avoid heavy contact.
Jacob showing he's not out of it. Good chance for Jacob Fatu to gain his wits about him.
having a shaggy coat and whiskers, with some versions featuring an elongated neck and a mane.
And goes back into the ring here.
Is believed to be nocturnal and reclusive, living in lakes and rivers.
Set up for a second time.
It can swim
Absolutely spiked.
DDT.
This is it. Can he get him over to the casket and slam the lid?
feeds on crayfish. Aboriginal people often
Out of the ring and into the casket.
The end is near.
Desperately trying to force the casket closed.
Their opponent showing massive.
Not ready to put the lid on this one yet.
Apparently closing that casket is easier said
They are
than done.
believed to be the cause of shooting stars. which are said
He
to be
gets
the
into the
giants
ring.
moving through the heavens.
Jacob Fatu taking the upper hand in a big way.
Umaga has to find a way to turn things around.
And into the corner he goes.
And saw what was coming there.
Now Umaga looking for some momentum.
This could be the moment he was waiting for.
Jacob Fatu's able to dodge that.
Oh, shoulder to the gut.
And that core area really getting lit up.
Without leaving any visible wounds. As the person becomes weaker, the Papini Juwari shrinks
Tossed
down.
into the casket.
It's about to get very dark in there.
Consume the remaining blood from within.
Well, we've got a struggle on our hands to close the casket.
They may survive. They're fighting back.
Papini is depicted as a fearsome creature.
This won't die. Oh well.
Thankfully.
He quickly slides into the ring.
Armed with a spear.
What a clothesline.
Ouch.
Momentum is running away from Umaga.
Yeah, impressive offense from Jacob Fatu. Good defense there.
Ooh, bullseye.
Enough is enough.
Over and over. So much aggression.
Making it a notorious figure in Aboriginal mythology. The myth tells
Into the casket they go.
Oh, no. Rest in pieces.
Trying to close the lid. This is going to be tough.
It's not over yet.
Slamming the lid shut, and there's the winner.
What an unbelievable battle.
Here is your winner, the
of the Quoll race. The Yowie is a legendary creature from Australia, from the Aboriginal oral history. Known by various names across different regions, the creature is called Quinkin in parts of Queensland, Jurabina in others, and Gindering, Jurawara, Mingawin, and several other names in New South Wales. The Yowie is often depicted as a large bipedal ape-like creature standing between 6 feet 11 inches and 12 feet tall. It is covered in hair with feet much larger than those of a human. However, reports of its footprints vary greatly, with inconsistencies in shape and the number of toes, making identification of the creature difficult. Its nose is wide and flat. Witness accounts of the Yowie's behavior are diverse. Some describe it as a shy or timid creature, while others depict it as aggressive or violent. The creature is primarily known to inhabit the Australian outback, where it has been a part of folklore and mythology for generations.
And here we go with tag team rules in effect. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Bron Breakker, and King Baka. And across the ring, the team they're ready to face off with: Karrion Kross, Chad Gable, Sami Zayn, and Roddy Piper.
And communication for these teams is going to be key in this one. A complete focus on teamwork is the only way to win.
Boom!
Boom!
Draped across the top rope. Clubbing forearm.
About heaven and wanted to see it for themselves.
We're about to see.
DDT plants them.
Jacob about to end this fight, making a motion out with the pin.
There's two. Raise the roof. He's got the victory.
Killing the men.
Here are your winners. The team of Jacob Fatu.
And disappointed, Bobby withdrew to the heavens and decided never to help humans again. Mimis, or Mimi spirits, are enchanting beings from the folklore of Arnhem Land in northern Australia. These fairy-like creatures are known for their incredibly thin and elongated bodies, so delicate that they could easily break in a strong wind. To protect themselves, Mimis prefer to live in rock crevices where they can remain safe and hidden. According to Aboriginal lore, Mimis once had human forms and played a crucial role in the cultural development of the indigenous Australians. They are credited with creating the first rock paintings and teaching people essential skills like hunting and cooking kangaroo meat. While memes are often viewed as mischievous, they are generally harmless unless approached carelessly. The Australian Museum describes them as tall, thin beings inhabiting the rocky escarpments of northern Australia. Although they can be dangerous if approached improperly, potentially causing injuries through kicks or other actions, they are primarily seen as teachers and guides for the Aboriginal people. In Yolngu Aboriginal mythology, Mokoi is known as an evil spirit, whose very name translates to evil spirit. He is feared for his malevolent actions, particularly targeting sorcerers who practice black magic. According to legend, Mokoi is responsible for the deaths caused by diseases or fatal accidents, as the Murngin people believed that death rarely occurred due to old age, but was instead a result of his dark influence. Mokoi is also known for kidnapping children at night, consuming them.
These teams are ready to test each other in this tag team matchup. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Bron Breakker, and King Baka. And on the other side of the ring, they are facing off with Rikishi, Yokozuna, Umaga, and The Rock.
Hard to decide what team has the advantage here. It'll probably come down to who can cut the ring in half the best, who can control the pace.
You do.
And Jacob with the wherewithal.
What's Jacob Fatu's intentions here?
Spiked. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
Oh, this could be over.
2. That'll do it. The victory tonight.
People of Western Land, Northern Territory, Australia.
The team up. Jacob Fatu, Bron Breakker, and King Booker.
Distinct characteristics unique to Aboriginal mythology. The York is described as having the upper body of a humanoid female and the lower body of a fish. Her hair is made of seaweed, and it is believed that the seaweed floating to the surface of the water originates from the York's head. In addition to her mermaid-like form, the York has the ability to shapeshift. She is often said to take the forms of a crocodile, dragonfly, snake, or swordfish, demonstrating her connection to various aspects of nature. The York is also believed to possess the power to control the weather. She can bring nourishing rain to sustain the land, or summon storms when angered. Some versions of the myth suggest that the York is either the daughter or the female counterpart, and thus the wife, of the rainbow serpent, Galyod, a powerful creator god in Aboriginal
They're probably
tradition.
going to have a diamond on their squad.
The Yaramayahu is a vampiric creature from southeastern Australia.
Maybe
Here we go with the tag matchup the WWE Universe has been salivating for. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Bron Breakker, and King Baka. And they'll be in for one hell of a tag team match as they square up with Austin Theory, Sheamus, Otis, and Seth Rollins.
Both sides in this match know the tag team
Taking hold of Theory.
Will that keep Theory grounded?
trying to get into the pin.
2, and a kick out. No one saw that coming.
What? How on earth did Theory manage to kick out of that? I cannot believe what we are seeing out of him tonight.
Once more, setting it up.
DDT.
Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
There's 2. No, he beats the count.
What? How on earth did Theory manage to kick out of that? I cannot believe what we are seeing out of him tonight.
Believe it, Saxton.
When your opponent can hang after all that, you're wondering if earning a win might just be impossible.
And Theory isn't looking helpless anymore.
Austin was getting grinded down. Could have just started a quick turnaround here. Oh, man, this might be it.
There's 2. Breaks the close count.
Really had less than a second to stay alive there.
It is speculated that his story could have been introduced to Australia.
Send in. Set up.
Oh, no.
Powerbomb. Turning it into a pin for the win. He wins. He wins.
Responsible for shaping the waterways and landforms around modern
Here are your winners.
and
The team up. Jacob Fatu, Ron Bleeker.
Swan, and Canning rivers. The Waggle, often associated with the rainbow serpent, is said to have formed the local landscape, stretching from the Barongarups, meaning spirit gathering place, to the coast near Fremantle. As it moved across the land, the Waggle carved out riverbeds, shaped sand dunes, and created lakes, bays, and gullies. The Darling Scarp is believed to be the outline of its massive body, and its scales, left behind during its travels, are said to have formed the forests and woodlands of the region. Even piles of rocks in the area are considered sacred, thought to be the Waggle's droppings. The Waggle was entrusted with the protection of rivers, lakes, springs, and the surrounding wildlife. It also designated the Noongar people as guardians of the land, a role they uphold in their cultural traditions. Sacred Waggle sites, often natural sun traps located near water, are deeply respected, and certain tribal elders claimed to have communicated with the Waggle.
It's always interesting to watch teams clash like we have here in this one.
These matches are always a perfect chance to find out how well these superstars actually get along, and an equal opportunity to stab an enemy in the back. Gets driven into the corner.
Jacob Fatu cuts him off.
Stiff elbow will break that up. And I think we just might see. Implanted by the DDT. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? 2 count. And the kick out. Amazing. What resilience being shown from Reigns here tonight.
Hey, it might be time for a change of strategy. His best move didn't get the job done. Shoulder right to the midsection.
Rocked by the hip attack.
Shoulders down. Jacob going to end it here.
3, no. This is going to come down to who wants it more. Setting up again. DDT. And that took Reigns down. And straight into the pin attempt.
And Jimmy Uso. He's about to do it. He's about to do it again.
DDT. Jacob about to end this fight.
I think that's it. That must be it.
In addition to its fearsome reputation, the Mujiwang is known for troubling Yurun Dairy, a prominent figure in the
Where's that off? What a response.
One answer after another. Neither competitor giving an inch.
He counters with a great reversal.
Oh, man.
Jacob Fatu taking the upper hand in a big way.
Roman's being picked apart.
And he's got to be focused up now.
Reigns gets out a hard blow.
Down on the windpipe. He's looking a little worn down now.
Yeah, Jacob looked confident. The target's been acquired once more. DDT! Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it?
And right into the cover.
Might end this.
An exhausting match, but a victory he'll savor forever.
Here are your winners. The team up. Jacob Fatu, Ron Bleeker.
Except for its arms, hands, and breast. The Nargun is known for dragging unsuspecting travelers into its den, and any weapon.
Alright, that should be enough for the cheap cards, I believe.
The Den of Nargun is located along Woolshed Creek, a tributary of the Mitchell River, about a kilometer upstream from the creek's confluence with the river. This cave was first documented by explorer Alfred Howitt. After heavy rains, the cave's entrance may be concealed by a waterfall, which has carved a pool at its base. Once adorned with stalactites, many have been taken as souvenirs, but some smaller ones may still remain inside. This area holds significant cultural importance for the Aboriginal community and is part of the Batuluk Aboriginal Cultural Trail.
No badges that really help with any of it.
Shared around campfires, warning children to stay away from the sacred rock pool, as the Nargun was said to abduct those who ventured too close.
And we might be able to afford a...
Interestingly, the Den of Nargun was not only seen as a predator's lair, but also as a special site for women of the Gunai tribe, who used it for initiation and learning ceremonies.
Alright, we'll leave that for now.
A site called Deadcock Den can be found on Woolshed Creek, just 200 meters from where it meets the Mitchell River. Like the Den of Nargon, this site was important for women in the Gunai community. The Wowie, a terrifying creature from Southeast Australian Aboriginal mythology, is described as a 7-meter-long goanna with a massive frog-like head and 6 powerful legs. This fearsome predator lived in a cave along the banks of the Murray River, which extended deep underground. The Wowie's movements outside his cave were so heavy that they shaped the sandhills of the Riverina district. Despite his size and slow speed, the Wowie was incredibly
what the hell?
capable of devouring an entire tribe in one meal. The Water Rat tribe, exhausted by the devastation caused by the Wowie, devised a bold plan to end his reign of terror. They called upon all nearby tribes to gather weapons such as spears, stone axes, waddies, and bundles of sticks. When the Wowie was deep inside his cave, they stacked the bundles at the entrance and set them ablaze. After 7 days of smoke filling the cave, the blinded and disoriented Wowie stumbled out,
who else I had
only
in
to
the
be attacked
lineup.
and killed by the tribes. This victory freed the land from the Wowie's deadly grip. Some believe the legend of the Wowie may come from encounters with ancient Australian megafauna, such as the giant monitor lizard, Megalania, which once roamed the region. In 2021, Carl Brandt suggested that the Punyal Cave might be the legendary lair of the Wowie. Located in South Australia along the lower Murray River, this sandstone cave stretches approximately 3 kilometers into a cliff face. This aligns with the story's origins as recorded by David Unaipon, a Ngarrindjeri man who collected traditional tales from his people of the lower Murray River in the Riverina region. No similarly significant cave systems have been found along the Murray River in New South Wales, further supporting this connection.
After this match, we'll open a couple of packs.
Dirawong is an ancestral goanna being
putting teamwork to the test in this match under traditional tag rules. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio, Wade Barrett, and Ultimate Warrior. And they'll have their work cooperating cut out for them here, dealing with JD McDonough, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Carlito. And there is a lot.
What's JD in for?
And looking at Jacob Fatu, and a heck of a DDT we just witnessed.
Jacob about to end this fight.
2. Picking up the victory as his opponent does his best. Saxton stares up at the lights.
Here are your winners, the team of Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio.
Headland continues its connection to the land. Dirawong is linked to rain and ceremonies for calling it, with a rain cave on Goanna Headland used by Bundjalung elders in the past. It's also associated with birds and snakes, further highlighting its role in nature and mythology. One Bundjalung story tells of a fight between Dirawong and the Rainbow Serpent, which led to the creation of several rivers and islands. A cleverman named Nimbunji asked Dirawong to protect a bird, the Yabra, from the Rainbow Serpent. The chase began inland and moved toward the coast, shaping the Richmond and Evans rivers. Along the way, the Rainbow Serpent bit Dirawong, creating the Red Ochre at Goanna Headland. After recovering, Dirawong pursued the serpent, but the Rainbow Serpent transformed into an island in the sea to escape. At Evans Head, Dirawong rests by the coast, watching over the area and waiting for the Rainbow Serpent to return. This enduring story reflects the deep connection between the Bundjalung people, their land, and their ancestral beings. The Ipilia is a giant
to the grind
of the Anindilyakwa people of Australia. Revered as the creator of rain and thunder, this colossal creature is a significant figure in their stories. This creature resides in the sacred Numerica swamp at the mouth of the Angoroko River on Groot Island.
Two stacked teams ready to go at it in this one.
There are a lot of egos and conflicting agendas at play here. Let's see if everyone can play nice. Hurricanrana. Oh, big mistake, and that error could be costly.
His wife is known as the Nina, and together they have one child. This magnificent gecko is described
SmackDown always trying to prove that it's the A show. Hopefully, Jacob's playing something here. DDT! Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? This has to be it. Two!
Finally got him. I can't believe this match is finally over.
Here are your winners. The team of Jacob Fatu,
becomes the sound of thunder, marking the arrival of storms. After the monsoon season, he retreats to the swamp, resting until the next rainy season, only emerging to punish any intruders. Similar tales can be found on Melville Island and Bathurst Island, where colorful lizards called marachi are believed to protect waterholes. These marachi are known to cause floods and thunderstorms when disturbed, mirroring the role
Multi-superstar team match underway. These matches always bring out the fast-paced action. Always get the WWE Universe on its feet. This one shouldn't be any different.
serves as a local alternative in Groot Island and its surroundings. Interestingly, a species of amphipod discovered in the
A lot of WWE history has been written here on SmackDown. He has a hold of JD. Down by the DDT. Did Jacob Fatu get enough of it? And then quickly the cover. Two. Oh my, that was close. Within inches of victory, only to have it snatched away.
This match just keeps getting more and more exciting.
That was the best weapon in the arsenal, but it wasn't enough to produce an end result.
awoke one morning
Lights out. Pop-up. Powerbomb. Could that be enough?
For the win. And there's the win. Huge win here tonight.
in their desperation. The animals devised a
Here are your
plan
winners.
to make the
the
Daleks.
team of Jacob Fatu,
A wise old owl coordinated the effort, and Nabunum the eel stepped forward, tying himself into absurd and comical shapes. This finally made Tidalek laugh, and as he did, the water poured out of him, replenishing the rivers, lakes, and swamps. The tale may be inspired by the behavior of the water-holding frog, a species native to Central Australia. These frogs burrow underground during dry...
And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a little tag team warfare. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio, Wade Barrett, and Ultimate Warrior. They've got their hands full across the ring with JD McDonough, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Carlito.
These teams have scouted each other very well. They probably identified the weakness. He has a hold of JD. DDT.
Is that all she wrote for McDonough?
2 count. That will end it.
Instead of a happy resolution, Tidalek's release of water caused
here are your
catastrophic
winners.
flooding.
The team of Jacob Fatu, Grand Stewart, Wade.
Islands. The survivors were eventually rescued by Borun the Pelican. This part of the tale explains how the pelican's feathers changed from all black to the familiar black and white patterns seen today. Tidalek's story has been passed down for generations, evolving over time. It has inspired modern children's books and is commemorated by a statue in Warwick, Queensland.
Fellas, wrong, and these teams are ready for action here.
This is a match that takes a lot of cooperation with your teammates. One weak link in your chain and your team is in serious risk of losing. Short clothesline hits its mark.
Insatiable appetite. As the attacks continue to threaten the tribe's existence, Uyuburue
Capitalizing on JD's mistake. He could be enjoying the moment too much, giving his opponent a lot of room to recover.
Waiting for the goanna to rest after a hard
Jacob's planning something here.
Down with a DDT.
Jacob about to end this fight.
Taking advantage of the opportunity, saving his team from defeat.
Reluctantly handed over the bag, believing he could learn more about the supposed plot.
Now it.
Nice takedown, stack for the pin.
Here's the pin.
Turning it around here.
Into the cover. Man, that is gonna feel good. Sweet, sweet victory.
He chose not to destroy the
Here are your
bag,
winners,
but instead,
the team of Jacob Fatu.
in another tale, Mungun Gali and his tribe lived in the Riverina during a severe drought, while other animals perished from thirst. The goannas thrived by drinking from a secret water source hidden among the mountains. Kabitha, a black duck and Mungun Ghali's youngest wife, was determined to discover this hidden water. Instead of foraging for roots, she followed the tracks of the goannas into the mountains.
And here we go with this tag team matchup. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio, Wade Barrett, and Ultimate Warrior. Well, they will be facing some fierce tag team action. JD McDonough, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Carlito.
Quick tags and staying fresh are imperative in a tag match. The question is, which duo has the better teamwork to stick to that strategy?
He has a hold of JD.
DDT.
This spells trouble for McDonough.
Follows up, shoulders down, 2. Man, that was such a long and hard-fought match. He earned that victory.
Serpent, also known
Here are
as
your winners,
the
the team of Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio, Wade Barrett, and the Ultimate Warrior.
names across various Aboriginal languages. This figure plays a significant role in Aboriginal art, spirituality, and storytelling. Much like a mother figure, the rainbow serpent is believed to have shaped the land and brought diversity to life. However, when disturbed,
There we
it can
go.
unleash chaos. It's closely tied to the dreaming, the Aboriginal worldview, symbolizing life through its connection to water, while also being a destructive force when angered. While not all myths describe this being...
These teams have been waiting for that bell to ring all night, and here we go.
When you have this many superstars in action, you know it's about to be an arduous match for all involved. But the team that can ultimately weather the storm will be the ones celebrating tonight.
Explains why some waterholes never dry up, even during severe droughts.
Jacob's planning something here.
The rainbow serpent...
Is that all she wrote for McDonough?
And quickly now, shoulders down for the win. He put him away. He picks up the win.
An annual gathering of music, art, and
Here
culture
are your
in
winners,
Victoria.
the team of Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio.
Itself, appearing in certain waterholes and springs where light refracts into spectral colors. Quartz crystals and seashells, which diffract light or shimmer with iridescent colors, are linked to the rainbow serpent and are used in rituals honoring it. In Aboriginal dreaming stories, the rainbow serpent is a powerful being that emerged from beneath the ground, shaping the earth by creating ridges, mountains, and gorges as it moved. It inhabits deep...
And we are locked and loaded for this tag team matchup. Competitors set for action as we see Jacob Fatu, Rey Mysterio, Wade Barrett, and Ultimate Warrior. And this is sure to be a barn burner of a tag match in this encounter with JD McDonough, Finn Balor, Dominic Mysterio, and Carlito. This match could very well come down to it. Oh, it's coming! And looking at Jacob Fatu,
DDT. Is that all she wrote for McDonough?
and quickly into the cover. Might be in trouble. And that'll do it. It's finally over with the win.
In some traditions, like...
Here are your winners, the team of Jacob Fatu.
The serpent is also tied to other animals like bats, crocodiles, birds, dingoes, or lizards, all of which are associated with water. It's even linked to the myth of the bunyip, another water-dwelling creature of Australian mythology. Unlike many deities, the rainbow serpent does not take a human form and is always depicted as an animal, though interpretations of its appearance vary between cultures. Its movements are said to create rivers and channels